Hi there, this is Jonathan Ginsberg, and I want to talk to you if you are thinking about filing bankruptcy, but you have previously filed a bankruptcy that was discharged or it was dismissed, what you need to know. Let's first talk about dismissed cases. And basically this is typically a situation where you file a Chapter 13, for whatever reason it does not work, and the case is dismissed, and now you need to file another Chapter 13 to stop a foreclosure, to stop a repossession, that sort of thing. Well, basically the rules on refiling a case mainly have to do with issues dealing with the automatic stay. And that is that if you file a second case within 1 year of case number 1, the automatic stay only goes into effect for 30 days. We have to then go before the judge and ask that the stay be extended. And basically, we have to give the judge a reason why your first case did not work and why the judge ought to extend the automatic stay. And typically what they're looking for is some change in circumstances. Now, I will tell you that I have gotten the automatic stay extended on the grounds that the previous attorney was not skilled, didn't understand what he was doing, or did not give proper information, or that my client, another reason would be that my client lost his job, or some circumstance beyond his control. But generally, judges are going to be pretty willing to give you a second bite at the apple if you've got some reasonable explanation. Now, if you're filing a third case within a year of the first one, then it's a lot more difficult. In that situation, the automatic stay does not go into effect at all. And we've got to go to court and ask the judge to impose it. So if you file a third case on the eve of foreclosure, you're not going to be able to stop that foreclosure because you're probably not going to be able to get to court in time. So it's much more difficult if you've got a third case to get the judge to impose the automatic stay. Again, the reason would have to be pretty compelling, something more than I think I can make it work this time. You've got to show a significant change in income or expenses, or if you're saying that your lawyer didn't know what he was doing or you had a non-lawyer assist you, then that could be a reason, but it's going to be an uphill battle. Now, if you've already gone through bankruptcy, you've had a Chapter 7 discharge, then going back into bankruptcy is going to be a lot more problematic as well. And basically there's a series of rules depending on whether you are filing a 13 or a 7 after filing a Chapter 7 or a Chapter 13. I'm going to link to a page where I've talked about these various rules. But basically the code has been amended to make it more difficult to file consecutive bankruptcies. You've got to wait a certain amount of time. The most amount of time you would wait is 8 years between the filing of first one Chapter 7 upon which you received a discharge, and a second Chapter 7. You've got to wait 8 years. In other cases, it's going to be a little bit less. And again, here's the link so that you can see what the rules are. But big picture is if you've gotten a discharge, it's going to be a while before you're going to be able to file bankruptcy again, which, by the way, is part of the reason why it's a little bit easier, I think, than it used to be to reestablish your credit. Once you go through with your bankruptcy and get your discharge, you're not eligible to file again for a period of years. So in that way, you're in some cases a much better credit risk. So big picture is filing a second case, a second bankruptcy after a first one is going to be scrutinized. There are rules that apply to it, and again, the code is designed to make it more difficult to do that than less difficult. So if you have had a previous bankruptcy and you think you need to file again, get on the phone, talk to an experienced bankruptcy lawyer, go through all the permutations so that you know what you're allowed to do. The last thing you want to do is to file a case and then find out after you've already filed it that you are not eligible to file. We don't want to do that. That creates even more problems, which is really the subject for a different video, but you definitely don't want to be in that situation. So anyway, if you filed a previous case and you think you need to file again, and you need to talk to somebody about that, you can reach my office at 770-393-4985, or you can contact us by email. I appreciate your time, and we'll talk to you soon.